Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday.
Is that this week?
I think so. I think it counts now. We did a
Happy
big birthday
birthday.
thing last year, but
Well, actually, it must be because we had Alfie on as our first guest. We had Alfie on at our first birthday, and he couldn't be on this show, so he released an album for us instead.
Exactly. That was quite nice. That was the deal. It was you either come on the show, Alfie, or release your debut album.
We either need 20 minutes of your time or an entire album.
And he was like, I am not spending another 20 minutes with these two.
It's true.
Here's an album. So welcome, everyone, to Down With Boring. Your favourite fortnightly music podcast.
You know, they call him Alfie Templeman now.
He's changed his name. Is that how it works? So when like an artist puts out an album, they have to legally change their name.
Yeah.
So Madonna album.
Yeah, exactly. That's
exactly like that. Exactly like that. Yes.
Elton album on.
Falling apart. It's great to have you, though. It's great to have you back. Great to hear. We are not in Brighton
I thought you were talking
anymore.
to me then.
I know, it's good, though.
It's good to have me back.
It's good to see you as well, Jake.
That's true.
It's a wonderful time. How have you been?
Yeah, good. Good, thanks. We were both at Wide Awake Festival in South London.
Yes, yesterday,
which was nice. Decided not to do any podcast stuff there though because couldn't be bothered. So we don't have a guest this week.
Yeah, looking back on it, maybe there was an option there to probably do something.
I can't believe we don't have a guest. If only there was a field somewhere full of fans, we could have bothered. But here we are.
I think it was probably because of the White Claw that, of course, that pulled us away from it. They're not a sponsor, but we're saying it out now just in case they are listening.
They seem to be throwing money at everyone else.
So if you want to
throw us some money, guys.
Just a little bit. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, as 50 Cent once sang.
Shout out.
It was a good day, though. I am definitely sunburnt, by the way. I went in the shower. You know when you go in the shower
and you
realise, I did see a picture of myself that was taken later that day.
Yeah, you don't look like you have any eyebrows in that picture.
Yeah. Terrifying.
An odd one.
But I'm red. So I was like, the
like
sun.
A book.
It's got me. It was a good day, though. Saw some favourites. Friends of the show, actually.
Yes.
Including Yard Act, who were great. Amel and the Sniffers.
Wonderful stuff. Not friends of the show, but Fat White Family spent half an hour screaming before playing
literally
2 songs
screaming.
And leaving.
Yeah!
Shout out.
Real highlight of the day, I think. But really good times. Good to have them back. We had some good feedback, Jake, by the way, on our Great Escape show.
Did we?
We did. Sinead O'Brien, of course, who was a guest.
Oh, yeah. Didn't she give this feedback to me?
Yeah, fed it back to you.
Forgot
said
about
it was
that.
Good. So that's great.
She said, that was good fun. I sound really, really manic on it.
Super.
And I was like, good.
That's what we're aiming for.
Thanks, Sinead.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back anytime.
Yeah. Maria from Bath said it was hilarious. Who else we had?
By Maria from Bath, do you mean Sinead's manager?
Don't say that. Don't say that to the people.
Member of the public.
Don't say that.
Person directly involved in Sinead being on the show said, it's really good. Thanks. Yeah.
Great. Super. That's what we want. Apparently, me and Spilltab are a collaboration made in heaven and should be a co-host for the show in future. So, Jake, watch out.
See ya.
Watch out.
Cheers.
Does
that mean I have to play all of Spilltab's upcoming shows?
You do. You have to go to every single one and get involved. That's how it works.
Get involved
in
whatever form that may take.
Of course, as always, our latest issue is out now. Go pick up a copy.
As always, our latest issue is
always out. We've always got an issue out there, so go and pick up a copy.
We've always got issues.
Oh, well, we really do. Really, really do. Go online, pick up a copy. Alfie's on the cover of that, and we'll talk about him again in a bit. What time? Jake, have we got anything in the mailbag knocking about? Do you have the mailbag?
We do. We have the mailbag. Just where I always keep it.
Whereabouts is that?
Well, you know, the normal place.
the
secret that
place?
Nursing home in Sydenham.
Shout out, Little Tots Sydenham for being there for us all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, surrounded by all the human sacrifices.
Oh, okay. Don't talk about that. But continue.
We do have a mailbag. First letter in it, scrawled on the skin of a tortured criminal.
Jesus Christ.
Is from David in Newcastle.
Oh.
David says, "Hi, Dork.
Hi, David.
I tuned in to the podcast thinking you were just going to read out the magazine in audiobook form and was sorely disappointed to hear the absolute nonsense that both of you spouted. In future, please adhere to the script."
Oh, sorry about that, David. So yeah, like some sort of audiobook form of the magazine would be the idea.
Yeah,
right?
I think the issue might be that it's not an audiobook, it's a podcast.
It's a podcast. And also, if we did that, you won't get the magazine.
That's true.
We need to line these pockets with silver, and we can't do that by just reading the magazine, I'm afraid.
Also, 2 years in, we've not managed to do that because no sponsor has come forward. But one of these days,
White Claw, shout out. We see you again.
Get in touch,
please. We love the cherry
that
blossom
one was fucking
flavor.
Horrible.
What's your least favourite variety of White Claw, Jake?
It was the black cherry.
Right. Favourite?
I liked lime. Mango was a bit sweaty. Raspberry was also nice.
Sweaty. Did like the colour-coded tops of the can, though. That was quite nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
Nice touch.
Not sure if I would ever pay for a White Claw, considering it costs more than a beer. But shout out them for sponsoring a festival and just giving loads out.
Greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
We appreciated it.
We did.
Really, really did. But yeah, sorry, David, about the miscommunication there of what this show is. You should probably know by now. Again, we've been doing this for 2 years.
It's true.
Happy birthday to us, as always. We got anything else in the old Maily B?
No.
That's it. Just literally criticism this week.
I was hoping we'd have a nice one from Alfie or something saying, congratulations on 2 years of the podcast, but I guess a bit too big for us these days, isn't it?
Guess we'll just talk about his album instead.
Yeah.
Hey, he's off doing many things,
He's not remembering the people that brought him up to where he is he?
I think he certainly is.
Nothing before you came on this show, Alfie.
I think he would have been fine. If anything, we've hindered his rise. If anything else, but yeah. If
I tell you what, actually, what is nice is Finn, who writes for the magazine, saw Alfie recently. And Alfie said to him, I see Jamie Muir everywhere I go. I'm very worried he's stalking me.
It's coincidence.
Any comments?
It's coincidence, right? We go to festivals. Alfie's a busy guy. He plays festivals. It is ridiculous how I bump into Alfie a lot, though. As in, like, even at a normal festival, right? You'll know that people are there, or people that you like friends are going, but you won't see them. But I will see Alfie every single time, just somehow bumped into.
Everywhere you go, always take the Alfie with you.
There was a ridiculous time, I think I had bumped into him or seen him about 5 times in 10 days, and I understand why that is alarming. So,
you're an alarming guy.
Am I? I don't think so. I don't think I'm that alarming.
You wouldn't. You're the one doing the alarming.
See what you've done there. If you've got a message or a question or criticism, by the sounds of it,
please do send it through.
Send it through on all the usual channels. Send them on
some
socials.
Of the unusual ones too.
Yeah.
We're also available on Sky 453.
We're available on Bebo, Telegram.
What was that one? Vero True Social.
I think that's still going.
Nah, who's on that?
Vero, if you're listening, though, again, sponsorship. We'll take it.
Vero, if you're listening, give up.
If you can tell, our bank accounts are low this month, like really low. And summer's coming up.
To Primavera for a week too. So anyone at Primavera want to buy me a drink, I'll be there.
Please.
I'll be the sunburnt one with no money.
Speaking of music news.
No. Speaking of Rina Sawayama being back and having a new album coming.
Yes, it's exactly what's occurring, Jake. Back, brand new track called This Hell, which is a big one. Big banger, big tune. Rina, following on from obviously the huge success of her self-titled debut album, was all over the place. Huge live show, amazing live show. Have you seen it, Jake? Yet? Have you seen the live show?
I haven't actually. No,
really great.
Which I realised when listening to this song is something I sorely need to correct.
You need to go there.
So
you need to go
I
and see.
am off to Coventry right now to Radio 1's big weekend. I'll see you later.
The biggest weekend of them all in Coventry. Shout out any Coventry listeners. Let us know if you were there.
COV, hashtag City of Violence. In the
shout
words
out,
of Parsaloo.
Who else is from Coventry?
J1, the Specials.
Yep.
That's it, I think.
The Enemy, I think, are from Coventry, I think. Good on them. Anyone else from Coventry? Godiva Festival. That's something that happens in Coventry.
The Selector. Dando Shaft, apparently.
Big fans here.
Lieutenant Pigeon.
No. Sorry, what?
Septic Tank.
These are not bads.
Apparently they are.
Septic Tank. I'm not having that. Septic Tank, if you want to come on the show, give us a shout.
Shout out, yeah.
Back to Rina Sawayama, though. This Hell, it's a massive, massive pop song, as you come, I guess, to know at this point from Rina. It feels like that album, I don't know, it's one of those albums that like came out, obviously people were like anticipating it, but it just seems to have just like grown and grown, especially with her live stuff. People going to see it and be like, wow.
It's definitely sort of slowly snowballed, hasn't it? Like, it's not like normally when an album comes out and that's as popular as it gets.
Yeah.
She feels to have kept getting bigger between albums somehow.
Yeah, it's a massive, massive, massive song, and it just continues. Yeah, her rise, massive in the US. Was on Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show to do this song.
Me too.
Were you? What did you do on that show, Jake?
I am the drummer for Yard Act.
I thought you were going to say The Roots, and I was like, you're definitely not.
Yeah, no, I am. That's what I meant. Yes.
Questlove over here.
I am Jimmy Fallon.
It's the track This Hell was described in a press release as awash with glam rock riffs and lyrics that are peppered with tongue-in-cheek one-liners shouting at a pantheon of gay icons: Britney Spears, Whitney Houston, and Princess Di.
Whitney Spears.
Yeah, shout out all of them.
Shout out.
Do
shout
wonderful.
out Princess Di.
Yeah, it's an incredibly personal song. Like, it's brilliant. I think she is such a, at this point, pop superstar that like everyone should be on board with. Playing some huge shows at the end of this year as well. Doing Brixton Academy. You're doing Brixton Academy as well.
Yeah.
Doing the Brighton Dome. Shout out the Dome. Glasgow SWG3. You?
No, not doing that. Not doing that one.
Couldn't cross the border into Scotland yet, could you?
No.
Understandable. Is this the first track to come from a new album, which is coming out September the 2nd? So loads of time to prepare and get sorted. Great to have Rina back. Great that she's going even more in on the big tunes, and knowing kind of like what that first album was like, and knowing, I guess, her, like, you can guarantee that even though this is like massive pop song, like the rest of the album is going to be like range of completely different influences and styles. So looking forward to it, Jake. It's nice to have Rina back, even though it didn't really feel like she went away, but just continuing.
Still nice, isn't it?
Still nice. As this podcast is described, This Hell, but this one's Rina Sawayama's song. Enjoy. Lovely stuff.
Lovely.
That. Wonderful. Should we talk about time, Jake?
Yes.
So
time takes a cigarette, puts it in your mouth. Full on another finger, then another finger, then cigarette, as David Bowie once said.
That's it. It's been 7 years. Well, no, it hasn't. It's been 9. Jesus Christ.
Wow, 2 years passed just like that, eh?
Time goes by very quickly. Sky Ferreira put out an album back in 2013. It was a great album. Really, really great.
And she seized on that by releasing her next one immediately, I imagine. Is that right?
Well, let's talk about it. So, basically, it's been a long-standing thing now. When will Sky Ferreira release her second album, Masochism, which was announced, I believe, it was anticipated in 2017, then 2018, then 2019, now we're back in 2022.
Put it this way, if you'd bought a hamster when her first album came out, and you kept replacing it when it died, you would be coming to the end of your third hamster's life.
It was promised in
You might even have had to get a fourth hamster already.
Is that how you judge like album
That is
gaps?
the only way I can understand time.
Yeah, yes. In animal lifespans.
Just hamsters.
Oh, sorry. How dare I? Just the hamsters, of course. Yeah. It was meant to come out. So summer 2016, Masochism was going to come out. Apparently, even Sky's mum promised the album would be coming out in March of this year. It didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
But we've got a song now, which is great. It's called "Don't Forget," ironically, and it's a massive song, big stuff. It's a long time coming. I think basically Sky has been like, I don't want to put something out unless I'm completely 100% happy with it. And obviously, stuff's going on, not getting around to it. But
not getting around to it.
Let's
take the bins out, do the washing up.
Stuff is happening. Life comes quickly.
I always wonder with these people, like, do they have to get a job in the middle?
So she's an actor, of course, as well. So she's been doing a few different films. So I can understand.
Okay, fine, I guess.
Like, there's some stuff kind of like happening, but she has been putting out songs. Some
What's she
solo
been
stuff.
in, like The Bill and Holby City?
That's exactly correct. And Baby Driver. So few different films, I guess. But yeah, it's nice that it feels like it's happening now. Obviously, what will happen is in like a year's time, you'll listen back to this and you might still be waiting for the album. But I promise it's coming. And if it's the sound of like what this track is, and I'm looking forward to it. It's like proper like 80s neon vibes. Looking forward to it. It's gonna be grand. It's gonna be really, really good. But it's nice getting round to it, Maybe we should leave that long
it's
between.
Nice finally ticking. When you've got something on your to-do list, you keep having to shift forward by a day.
But then you do
Must be nice to finally be like, oh.
But then you do it, and then it's just like it's done in like really quick. And you're like, oh, why did I leave it so long?
It's true. Like that's how an album
anticipation.
works.
It's nice that people were wondering that would Sky ever like return to music. So this is nice. Very, very happy and great tune. So let's have a listen. This is "Don't Forget" by Sky Ferreira. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff.
Speaking of things on your to-do list,
yes.
If you were offered $2 million to DJ for Michael Jordan, how high up your to-do list would that go?
Very high. Again, as we talked about earlier, bank accounts are low. So
that's true.
I would run to that, if you will.
Well, Snoop Dogg turned down a $2 million offer to DJ a party for Michael Jordan.
Why?
Well, the reason why was, in his own words, I was doing some other shit. I had shit to do, and I had way more customers before I get to you. And he then went on to say that he really wants to meet Michael Jordan.
He hasn't met him.
No, he really wants to meet him, but he got offered $2 million to DJ for him, and he went, "No, I'm actually busy."
Why?
He's also got a little explanation of how it would go when he meets Michael Jordan.
Oh, so he's thought this through to the point of like. So he's not only turned it down. Sorry, he's turned down the offer.
He seems to think Michael Jordan's like an icon of his, but he turned down $2 million to DJ for him.
That's your only relationship
Also,
that you have.
I've seen Snoop Dogg DJ, and he makes no effort whatsoever. So that is the easiest $2 million he ever would have made.
When I first saw it, I thought you meant he was going to perform, and then I realised, oh no, it's a DJ.
As I believe DJ Snoopadelic is his DJ name.
Of course. Sorry, that's why I didn't know, because I thought DJ Snoopadelic was different to
person.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So Snoop Dogg said that he'd say, Mike, I've loved you since North Carolina. I'm a big fan of yours. I love what you do. You're one of the greatest to ever do it. Give me a couple of secrets on how you did this. Can I get a picture with you? You want to smoke a blunt? Hey man, it's been real. That's what Snoop Dogg would say to Michael Jordan, apparently.
He's thought this out completely.
Yes, but turned down the $2 million.
I just want to flag, he is a busy guy, but I imagine...
There's less embarrassing ways. There's more embarrassing ways, to earn $2 million, like being the face of the Just Eat campaign. And he did that.
So instead of being like, oh, I've got to work through customers, he's not going, oh, maybe I'll put Michael Jordan above operating.
He's a fair man. He does it entirely
league.
First come, first served.
He's put
got $55 to DJ a kid's birthday party, and he's like, well, they did ask first, so
he's gone. I better I've got priorities. I have got to get going with my app Snoopify.
Yes, which has been a massive success.
Of course it has, yeah.
Why would it not be?
Yeah, of course.
People that said it didn't make any sense, well, they were the idiots.
He obviously had to put Michael Jordan below opening his own esports league known as the Gangster Gaming League.
Yes, yeah, of course. Because, again, it makes sense as a business proposition.
Below entering the WWE Hall of Fame.
Well, that's just, everyone wants to do that.
Yeah, of course, yeah. We're all waiting for the invite, aren't we?
More importantly, I guess, below releasing his gospel album, Bible of Love.
Of course, yeah. Incredible scenes, really. I mean, $2 million would get me to do anything. I'll
pretty
be frank
much.
With you. I'm pretty sure it's fair game at that point. But no, not for him, not for Michael Jordan. Though wonder who Michael Jordan's favorite music is.
Not Snoop Dogg anymore.
Well, yeah, that's gone. Let me actually have a. I mean, obviously he was a big fan of Seal, off of Fly Like an Eagle, which was in the Space Jam films, I presume.
Yes. Because of course Michael Jordan had full creative control over that film.
He had it. Well, it's him and Bugs Bunny. Those were the two who were in debates of that. Apparently he says he didn't. Apparently he doesn't like rap. That's what Google's telling me.
That's why he wanted Snoop Dogg to DJ. Snoop Dogg was like, "Do you want me to do some of my songs?" He was like, "Oh God, no! Oh
get rid of him.
Jesus!"
Let me just have a look. Actually, it looks like he's a Taylor Swift fan.
I believe Tay-Tay is what he calls her.
Apology. Yeah. He was spotted listening to Taylor Swift songs while playing golf. Spotted
listening, like caught.
He's like, that's it. ESPN commentator has said he was blaring Taylor Swift from his speakers. Can you imagine that? The greatest basketball player ever, Michael Jordan, blaring Taylor Swift.
Can you imagine it?
What?
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine it? The response was, can you blame him? He's got taste. Yeah, I don't know why the commentator was so shocked by that.
No, not that weird.
We're not going to listen to a Taylor Swift song now.
We're not. We're going to do what Snoop Dogg did to the offer of $2 million to DJ for Michael Jordan and drop it like it's hot.
Take a second. Matter of fact, you should take 4B and think before you fuck a little skateboard B. When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a nigga get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring Sean down and I roll the best weed cause I got it going on. I'm a gangster, but y'all knew that.
Masterful. That was a really good little segue there. Well done,
Thanks.
Jake.
I try.
Yeah.
I think that was more than made up for the fact that we don't have a guest now.
Yes, we don't have a guest. You've just got us. It's a birthday, It's just we're having it in an intimate one between ourselves.
On your birthday, when you famously invite less people round than you do on a normal day, so you can just sit on your own.
Home is where the heart is. It's intimate, Just me and you, shooting the breeze, catching the rays, juggling the balls. That.
Great.
Should we go on to some new music, Jake? What's been tinkling your ivories over the past 2 weeks? Do you want to start off with one little selection from your side?
Well, as is customary, I am here with a new sports team song.
He's back.
Yeah, of course. Back on the horse. Yeah, they've just released their new single, The Game, off of their upcoming album, Gulp. And it's really good. Just a big banger, basically. Really looking forward to this album. Despite Alex Rice talking over and over again about how easy it was to write songs, it's been a long time coming. So...
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Looking forward to it. It's nice that you can see this like progression. But I think they played this song at Brixton, I believe. Didn't they?
Did. Yes, they've been playing this and Our Entertainment live for a little bit before they did it. So I'm actually quite looking forward to the album because I think we're now kind of out of songs that have had an airing.
Yeah.
So the rest will be a pleasant or unpleasant surprise.
Yeah, one of the two. I mean, I love that. Let's lower the expectations a little bit.
Well, it could be either. This song is a mantra for a nation of landlords, apparently, and something to mutter to yourself behind the electric gates as the world burns around you.
I was looking for a song just like that.
Me too.
Actually,
that's the game. Life's hard, but I can't complain.
Can never complain. No, look at good banger, enjoyable sports team once again coming through. Looking forward to the album. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be good. Looking forward to it. Great.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah. Should we have a listen then?
Yeah, go on then. This is The Game by Sports Team.
It's huge.
It is huge.
Just big stuff. It's going to go off in the summer.
Oh, that's The Game.
That is The Game indeed.
Life's hard, but I can't complain.
That is the sound of guitar music.
I believe you now have another sports team track for us.
So talking of guitar music, Courting are back. They've announced their debut album, which is called Guitar Music, but they've launched it with a brand new song called Loaded.
Yeah, which is not guitar music.
Wow. Holy moly.
It's sort of like battering someone's door down with a guitar and then playing synth at them very loud.
Yeah, it is. Obviously we've played a bunch of Courting songs, of course, on the show before.
Friends of the show.
Friends of the show, of course. Yeah, famously. And... they, like we say, like very indie classics, like you know the vibe, know what it is. But they've come back with Loaded, and it's just bonkers. Let me just say bonkers.
It's a lot.
It is like completely flipping, I guess, the script on everything you might know from Courting before. It is loud, it is electronic, it is glitchy, it is still with that kind of like, I guess, not riffy drive.
Yeah,
but
it's very
massive.
It's a real mix between what you'd expect and a sort of a hyper poppy, almost 100 Gex style vibe.
Yeah. Do you remember? I think it was an interview with ourselves in the magazine, which again you can pick up now if you go to read.com.
You can do that. That's allowed right
now. You can pause. You can actually do it while you listen because you don't need your hands for this podcast.
It's true. And if the man in the newsagent says anything to you, just laugh and say
yeah. 2 fingers up and sing this loud. That's a song, right? Anyway, but like they mentioned about we want to make a song like 100 Gex, and I think everyone was like, oh yeah, that's a funny line. They have gone and done that, and
they have.
I just think that's brilliant. Like, do you remember when Sindara Karma came back and there was that Oblivion song, The Memory of a Goldfish?
No, don't remember that.
But I love that it was just like brilliantly, like they're just trying things that are new to them, like not playing it safe, which I think is just the thing. Like there's an edge to everything, and I just love that they have gone for it in this manner, and they're making something that stands out. Like, people may listen to it and not like it, but
It's also something that clearly that is what they want to make. There is no sense that because they recently signed, didn't they, to PIS?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Shout out labels. And it's very clear that creatively they've maintained full control because this is completely nuts. I feel like if a label wanted to play it safe, this isn't what they'd go for. Yeah, they're just embracing, like, do you know what? This is like, this is our shot. This is us as a band. We want to go for it and make something that stands out. And it's like, I just think it's brilliant because of that. Like, I really enjoy.
Down with boring.
Exactly. I enjoy bands who go against the grain a little bit, or who, kind of like
Elbow.
Yeah, famous Rebels Elbow. Yeah, who really have shaken up the scene. Certainly lines. But yeah, they've kind of said, like, people should listen to Loaded and be like, this is the most ridiculous rock song I've ever heard. I'd get in a pit for this. And I would.
Okay.
My collarbone's healed now.
That's true.
I can get in the pit. So
ready.
Thank you, Coin. Also, Coin were brilliant at Great Escape. Really enjoyed them. I think it's the best we've ever seen them, isn't it, Jake?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was actually kind of a very good, weird venue for them. So I think it worked really well. And also, festival sets can be a bit of a letdown. I think they actually sounded like technically very, very good, especially considering how mental some of the stuff they're playing was.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Very tight.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Big fans. Love that they've just gone for it in such a manner. And yeah, keep an eye on it. It's going to be great. Guitar Music's out 21st September. But until then, let's get loaded. See?
There it is.
Scorcher.
That'll wake you up, won't it?
Certainly
shake
will.
the dust off.
Get on out of there. Get in the pit. Get involved. Oh, what time? Jake, what else have you? What else has got your ears flapping in
Jamie,
the past
I
couple
think
of weeks?
we've all noticed recently a dearth of new sources of crude oil, leading to an increase in price, and also the dearth of the song of the summer. Haven't seen the song of the summer around anywhere.
Both of those have been right at the top of my mind. Correct.
So Calvin Harris saw there was no song of the summer, and he went, "Oh God, remember that album I did with the stupid name and the good features on it, where everyone was getting feels and sliding?
Yes, the feels and the sliding.
Why don't I just do another one of those?"
Great.
And everyone went, "Yeah, go on then." And he has. So he's released a new song, Potion, featuring Dua Lipa and Young Thug. Shout out. Free Young Thug, etc. Unless he did it, in which case don't let
him out. Yeah.
In a court of law, trust the jury. It's a nuanced message, but it's one I'm standing by.
Trust the jury.
Free Young Thug, unless he's a violent criminal, then don't.
But the song is
great. It's Funk Wave Bounces Volume 2. It's coming out this summer. Very much the same vibe as the first one, just summer bangers, really.
Yeah.
This one's really catchy. This is going to be everywhere as well. It's just going to be absolutely everywhere for the foreseeable, basically. And also features Young Thug saying that he buys women from a corner store, and people ask him why, and he's like, I don't know.
Doesn't know why.
I like that refreshing honesty.
Yeah. Why? Don't know, actually.
Just saying something weird as a flex, and then when he's asked why, he just goes, actually, not sure. Don't even want them.
It's questioning yourself.
We've all been to a corner shop and done that, though, haven't we?
Oh,
walk out with like some
weird.
Strawberry laces, and you're like, don't even want them.
Yeah. It's like, I'm going to buy a Schnapple. I do that a lot. I'm like, why am I doing that?
What's a Schnapple?
Schnapple is a certain brand of drink. It's served in a glass
a sort of
bottle.
appetizer thing.
No, it's like
Orangina.
Orangina's still going. That's mental, isn't it? Like, what world are people still buying Orangina?
I rate Orangina. Don't ever buy it, but I rate it.
I like it. I like an Orangina.
It's like when you see Tizer in a pound saver, and you're like, what?
Tizer?
Yeah.
Like Boost energy drinks.
Yeah.
You're like, wow,
What's going on?
Why? How? Like Rio and Lilt. Like
Rio
which
de
one?
Janeiro.
Which one do you prefer, Jake? A Rio or a Lilt?
I have Rio, but I actually respect people drinking Lilt more because I think it's like so rogue.
Yeah.
I just saw a middle-aged bloke the other day standing outside a pub with a can of Lilt.
Ooh.
And I was like, has he nipped out of the pub to like go get a Lilt? Like,
Yeah.
The pub didn't have Lilt, so he went, fuck it.
Fuck it. Why not? Yeah, go on. I'll have
Go
that.
source myself a Lilt.
That's the summer vibe. That's the summer vibe you get on this song. Really great. I mean, obviously, was it Dua and Calvin did One Kiss, of course. That was song of the summer. So
And,
this makes sense.
Didn't, the song... Oh, God, I don't know where I am anymore.
You've got it. What song? What song?
Heat Stroke also had Young Thug on it from the first funk wave bounces.
Yes, the funk wave bounces.
All knowledge left my brain briefly there.
Yeah. I think
also, I do take issue with Calvin
go
Harris released a statement to go with this song. He said, it's an honor to work with Dua and Thug again. So using Dua Lipa's first name and Young Thug's second, if we're going by them actually being their names, which they aren't.
Bit odd,
you can't say Lipa and you can't say Young, so I feel like he has been boxed into a corner a bit there. It's an honor to work with Lipa and Young again.
Lipa and Young. Stop it.
Lipa and Young sounds like a carpentry firm.
Yeah. Lipa and Young. Lipa, or it's the solicitors. It's one of the two. Maybe that's the next progression. Dua is currently on a world tour, so maybe that's time off. Get into the business.
Probably. Anyway,
song of the summer. This is it.
This is Calvin Harris, Dua Lipa, and Young Thug with Potion.
Mental stimulation, sprinkle with a little bit of sex appeal, and it's a moment.
I've been catching love off a bat, boy. Running from your love, that's what this trap for. Fucking every bitch and never tell them no. I'm pushing be that black and white Oreo. I've been catching love off a bat, boy. Running from your love, that's what this trap for. Buying niggas bitches from the corner store, though. Why you wanna do that? I don't even know. Like LeBron James in the finals. We 1400, just like a minor. On yellow freebie meets with the signers. 15 main hoes, cause I'm undecided.
Oh, vibes.
Why'd you have to go and catch feels?
No,
that's a different one.
Funk wave bounces. It's gonna be great.
It really annoys me that it's bounces. I always thought it was funk wave bounce.
Oh, so you didn't realise there were multiple bounces involved?
I thought it was one big bounce.
Ah, okay. But
here we are.
Here we are.
I always get what you want, as Queen famously once sang.
It's going to be the Jubilee, I've just realised, whilst this edition of the podcast is out.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's going to be a time.
Fuck the Queen.
Fucking here he is. Here he is. She might listen to this.
Eat
you
the
don't
rich.
Know. You don't know. She might listen.
Torch Kensington Palace.
Keep going, yes.
Bunch of fucking sweaty, regressive nonces.
Mooner have got a new song.
I have, it's true. Also, Prince Harry's just as bad, so if you like him, fuck off.
Oh, here we go.
He once said that being in the army was like playing Call of Duty.
Fuck off.
Shooting people.
Did he?
Yeah, because he doesn't think people are people, because he's been brought up to believe he's some weird Superman or
playing
lizard,
Call
one
of
of the
Duty.
two. Yeah.
Incredible scenes.
Arsehole.
Didn't know that he could like respawn, I guess. Like that was his...
Well,
he never found out.
But he was never put in any danger, was he?
Yeah. Just do the little camera stuff, innit? Did he fly the
The Queen's
helicopters?
been dead for months. Interesting, isn't it?
Can't wait for the
Mooner
concert.
have got a new song.
Mooner have got a new song. The Queen is dead, but Mooner have a new song. It's called Home by Now. It's a dance song with brutal lyrics. That's how it's been described. Heard this song played at Great Escape. It was like the only... Obviously, they were playing...
The only song.
Yeah, they just did it again and again and again. It was great. They've like played obviously some of the new stuff, such as like Anything But Me and obviously Silk Chiffon, which is of course a big song indeed.
It is. It is a big song.
But this was the kind of only brand new track that they played at Great Escape, which people wouldn't have heard before. It is just ridiculous, big time, kind of classic Mooner electro pop with like these like devastating lyrics, but huge pop chorus. Really reminds me of like the first album, kind of like with what they were doing there with stuff like Loudspeaker, obviously I Know a Place, stuff like that. But this is a huge like electro pop song. Massive fan. And I just think, yeah, it's amazing. Muna have said it's the song on the record that we feel might be the closest to our first album, in that it's a dance song with brutal lyrics and an emo bridge.
An emo bridge. Gotta love an emo bridge.
Emo bridge. It acknowledges the pain of not knowing if I left a relationship that I was meant to be in. So deep stuff, as always, from Muna. But yeah, looking forward to it. The album is self-titled. It's out June 24th, and the first on their new label, which is Satisfactory, with old Phoebe Bridgers as the head.
Old Phoebe Bridgers.
Old Phoebe Bridgers as the head of it. So yeah, amazing stuff. It's big fan of Muna, especially after seeing that show. Obviously, Great Escape. Like, it just reminded me of like, wow, I think one of my favorite bands going right now. Just huge pop song, amazing stuff.
Even better than the remaining members of Steps.
The remaining members of Steps? None of them have died.
You don't know that.
What do you mean?
Look,
there's no conspiracy.
Let's just say I have some inside knowledge that may shock you.
What, that H is actually not H?
No, he left. That's why he's the rapper, remember? They had to replace him. That's why H, the rapper, had to shave his head, because it's H from Steps.
Patrick,
and didn't want anyone to know.
Now. Patrick, play home by now. Buddha.
And after the trip up north, he got the accent and realised he could no longer do the step songs. So he made the album.
Right. Oh, sorry. Hi, everyone. Enjoyed that? That was great, wasn't it? That was Home by Now by Muna. Looking forward to the album.
Please do get in touch if you want to hear a detailed explanation of how H became H.
To be fair, if you write in to the mailbag next week and demand it enough, Jake will tell the story.
Enough will be just like once.
One will do. Yeah. Talking of albums, and Muna's coming up. Let's get to our album of the
which
fortnight.
Also has the noise Moon in it.
It is. It's Mellow Moon by, I think, investor in the show.
Yes.
Alfie Templeman. Co-owner at this point. Yeah, just take it.
Captain of the ship.
Please. Huge one. Obviously, debut album. We've been looking forward to this for a long time. Obviously,
guys, so good EPs. That it's a good album, isn't it?
Yeah.
How embarrassing would it have been for us and for Alfie if it wasn't?
There was never any doubt. There was never any doubt with Alfie.
In my mind.
There was never...
a little bit.
Jesus. There was never any
scared,
doubt.
Got to be anxious about it.
Never any doubt. Obviously, range of EPs, and obviously the mini album, Forever Isn't Long Enough, which obviously came out last year. Getting around to the debut album, a lot of kind of like, I don't know, like when you get to a debut album, there's always a sense of like, oh, like, here we go. I need to like nail this. I need to know exactly what I'm doing.
That's how I felt when ours came out.
It did. And it
Funk
feels like...
Wave Bounces, Volume 1.
Stunk Wave Bounces, I think, more appropriately for us. But yeah, when it gets to this album, this is a big moment. And for me, this is it's such a rich debut album. There's so many different
it's so
flavors.
Good. And like, it's such a step above everything else he's done. Like, we, like I say, we obviously love Alfie, have always loved his stuff, but this album feels like so much of a statement, which I think is so impressive considering there were the EPs, there was the mini album, he's considering his age, been around a while, like, it could easily have just been a continuation of that, 4 out of 5, like, great, well done, next thing. But instead, I think it just sort of clears away everything before it.
Yeah.
It's just so much, like you say, like a deeper, like richer experience than anything he's done before. And there's so much experimentation on here, and it all works, I think, as well.
Yeah, it goes from like, getting that together, kind of, putting out the kind of tracks that he has put out, which have been, absolute, big time bops. We've heard kind of like, I don't know, some of the like variations of what he wanted to try with stuff. Like I think there's One More Day with like April that was on like one of the EPs or maybe the mini album, where it was like, oh, what's this? Like this is something slightly different. And I think what I hope this album shows is that there's so much more to Alfie Templeman than maybe people thought or think. I think he's such an incredibly talented artist and like producer, really, in that sense. He could do so much. Like this, it almost feels like this is a wonderful album and it's so much depth to it, but there's just ridiculous amounts more that he can do and he wants to do, and he's like, this is just a sign of who I am right now, and I think it's only going to grow.
The tipping point for me was a really deeply researched and interesting interview that I read with Alfie Templeman in this month's issue of Dork.
Oh, really?
It really gave Alfie room to breathe because it's so long and thorough, and was, even couldn't be derailed by the frankly amateur interviewer, which just proved how great Alfie is,
Great. Yeah. That interviewer will remain nameless, I guess.
Yes,
it was great to chat to Alfie for the cover, though. Thanks.
Buy a copy.
Yeah, go buy a copy. No, it was amazing, and it was also just really nice to, he goes into quite a lot about, and I think this album reflects that, about kind of like anxiety and I don't know, just coming to grips with everything happening so quickly, I guess, in a lot of instances, but also trying to maintain some sort of like, I don't know, like not personal life, but some sort of identity for himself. And I think it's something that he's like, he admits, he's like, I'm still trying to work out who I am as a person and trying to, kind of work out how best to kind of tackle everything that's going on. And I think this album is so honest in that sense. Like when you listen to something like Do It, for example, which is like, oh, this is like great, tune, here we go. But you listen closely to it, it's like trying to like, it's him trying to deal with so many things as well, and I love that there's so many levels to it. And I guess one song that's really quite good at that is a song like Candy Floss, which is an absolute banger of a song. Big kind of like 80s pop smash, but also underneath it there's this kind of, I don't know, it's just like this kind of sense of like that, there is this kind of level of depth to it that's like amazing. So yeah, let's have a listen to that now. This is Candy Floss from Alfie Templeman.
You wanted candy floss, maybe life's a little too hot for us, maybe it's a little too sour in the center, but trust me, it gets better, so don't you wanna try to make it alright? Back when the world was round, like a jawbreaker, and it was upside down.
Oh, a massive tune.
Yeah, I think that depth as well, what you're saying when he does lend something, because I think a load of Alfie's songs, I think that a lot of people will be familiar with, are those sort of playlistable and playlisted like indie summer bops,
Yeah,
the stuff that comes up on like, massive indie playlists on Spotify, which are great. But then listening to this album as well, there's that, and then like you say, it is coupled with a deeper thing of like, trying to work out who you are as a person and how to deal with all of that, and done in a way that isn't like maudlin or like boring or self-serious, but it's still really, really real.
Yeah, it's not like preaching a message. It's kind of just being like, this is me. Like, come and listen to kind of like, oh yeah, this kind of like my world. And there is this sense of like escapism in it, because it is these kind of like, incredible kind of like, you say, a big kind of like tunes, and like even like honestly, some of it like even weird like tunes, like stuff that like completely like experiments and goes in completely different directions. And it kind of shows that, this is an artist who I just think is like I think it's like a genius kind of like in waiting, like someone who like 5 albums down the line, you'll be like, wow, like what on earth? Like he's like, he can go and do like a prog album. He'll go and do like a jazz album. He'll go and do like a heavy rock album. Yeah, Alfie, if you can avoid the jazz, it'd be great. Appreciate it.
And he'll be on album 5 by the time he's about 21 at this rate. So we don't have long to wait,
isn't it? Turning around, and I just think like putting that out there, and I just hope people kind of like, I guess, connect and relate to it in a way that it should, because it is such a really stunning album from like an artist who, just incredibly talented and doing so much, kind of like in that sort of direction. And I think it's hard sometimes as well to be honest, to kind of tackle, certain subjects, and I think to be able to do that at such a, at such an age already, like this, but also with such a turnaround of like music that's been going out there, I think is real credit to everything that he's done.
I think that tackling these kind of things is hard. I don't think there's, I think a lot of artists have done it a lot worse, and I don't think it's anything to do with, as you say, like, I mean, Alfie, I'm sure is sick of it, but it does get mentioned all the time that he came through so young, is still so young. But also, I think this album kind of sheds that, because you listen to it, and this would be an incredible album even if the person was 35, 40.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not, like, originally it was like, wow, he's so good considering he's like fucking 3 years old. Yeah. Whereas now it's just like, well, this is just a great album regardless of any outside, sort of quantifier.
Yeah, exactly. It spans across that, and I think it really shows. I think, this is an album you can, get stuck into, dive to, and I think it's one of my favorites of the year so far. It's a real gem. Let's have a listen to, I guess, another track, because when we were talking about kind of like, these kind of like directions he could go in next, and I think, like you say, giving Alfie his kind of like flowers for just how talented he is, and like he can do the big indie bangers, but wow, he can do so much more than that. There's so much more to show. We're going to play the last track on the album, which is called Just Below the Above, which is an incredibly personal track and a stunning one, but it just shows this new directions of where he can go, and why Mellow Moon is so fucking great. So let's have a listen. This is Just Below the Above by Alfie Templeman. Wonderful scenes. Wonderful scenes, Alfie. Go buy the album. Go do it now.
But also buy Dork.
Buy Dork and buy the album.
And buy us a can of hard seltzer.
Please. Other hard seltzer brands are available.
Are they?
Well, judging by my stomach after yesterday,
if there are other cans of hard seltzer available, how come these ones cost about £7 at a festival?
We don't need it. Please. Oh, good fun though.
True,
shout out seltzers.
I suppose.
Alfie Templeman, Mellow Moon. Go buy the album. Go. There's also some other. There's been some other great albums out, by the way. Just to shout out, there are other good ones. Like, promise you. None are coming to mind. There are some good ones though.
None are coming to mind.
No. There's some good ones. Hold on.
Florence and the Machine. That came out. Kendrick Lamar came out.
Yeah. Do you listen to the Kendrick one? Do you like the Kendrick album?
Yes, fine.
There it is. It's fine. Harry Styles, an album out, didn't he?
Of course. Harry Styles.
Yeah, Harry Styles.
To go with Leaper and Young.
Just side projects and businesses that any sort of other like music stars can get into. That's the aim, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Wasn't there someone?
Lots. There's lots. There's lots around.
Someone did. What was the one?
Great. This is making for such good radio.
Maybe just like maybe people can just like live with us in this. Like maybe we see how long this show can go on.
But then I would have to talk to you for the duration. That's my issue.
You don't like that? Or...
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh. Well, let's get on to tweets of the week then.
Okay. Do you want to start?
Yeah. Go on then. Let's have a start with. We'll start with.
Wait. That's not the start of this segment.
Oh, okay. Tweet. of the week.
Great.
That really hurt. My eyes hurt.
Good. You should try using your mouth to make noises instead of your eyes.
For fuck's sake. I'll go first then, shall I?
Yeah, please do.
Friend of the show, Wallace, who, as I don't know, I mentioned actually, saw at the Lexington not too long ago. Really, really good. Great show. Recommend. Go see Wallace wherever you can.
Go
this
see
summer.
Wallace at the Lexington in the past.
Yeah, do it. Time travel. It's happening. Go. Has tweeted, okay, I'll bite. What's Doctor Who about? I'm a big fan that Wallace is discovering Doctor Who right now.
Well, or not even bothering. It's like,
Well,
all right, fine, just tell me. Come on.
Just tell me, like, what's going on? Interesting, like, Doctor Who fan, Jake?
I watched it when I was a kid, but like a lot of kids' TV, I stopped watching it when I grew up.
Yeah. How would you describe Doctor Who to someone who's never seen it before?
So it's about a bloke who's really old but doesn't
Really
look
old.
it, who
Really
lives in
old.
a police box which is really big but also really small, who goes to the past and also the future and also the present and
Yeah.
far away and also close, and there are aliens, and also normally there's someone else following him around, and recently he was a woman and now he's going to be black.
What an amazing description of Doctor Who right there. Wow.
You're welcome.
What a summary all in one spot. That literally is it. Yeah. Hangs around with like Billy Piper sometimes. Was it Catherine Tate?
Yeah.
She was in it.
Something a bit weird about a thousands-of-year-old man hanging out with like a 25-year-old. Like even like a 50 or 60-year-old would be a bit noncy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Who else was it? Karen Gillian. She was in it.
Yes.
Isn't
it Karen Gillan? Is it Karen
yeah.
Gillan?
Gillian. Are you on correct
Nebula
us?
from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes, everyone's gone off to do some big stuff. It's a wild show. I feel like it's a proper
show.
It could only be that's you know what I mean. It's that's a TV show
That's true.
A big money. It's been going for like 60 years, hasn't it?
Well, they did have a big break in the middle, didn't they?
They did. They sacked it off. This is it, right? When someone goes like, oh, it's like 50 years of. It's like, yeah, but you didn't do anything for 30 years.
It's like someone going on one date with someone and then starting going out with them 20 years later and celebrating their 20-year anniversary.
Yes, that's
It's
exactly
like,
what
come
it is. You're completely correct. Yeah. You can't say 20 years of when for 19 of them you've done nothing. That's what I'm saying. But Doctor Who survives. A lot of money in that as well, I reckon. Like, do you reckon they do well on that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Nerds love buying stuff.
More than that. So would you recommend? Do you have a favourite Doctor you'd maybe recommend to Wallace to go and watch?
I watched all the David Tennant ones.
Yes.
Well, I watched Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant because that was when I was younger. But I don't actually know I mean, I know there was considered some poor quality stuff in there at some point, but I'm not really sure.
Who was it? We had was it Peter Capaldi?
Yeah,
related
they had
by the way.
Matt Smith. I watched a bit of Matt Smith.
Oh yeah. He was all right, I suppose.
It's all good stuff.
It's all good.
If you're a child.
If you're a child, that'd be good. Wallace. Yeah, go and watch some of those. Also, I the thing that I don't like is there's that screwdriver thing that's all of that jazz. Basically, just a wand, right?
Yep.
I'm a bit like, come on, guys. Do we not have anything else?
No.
But to be fair, that also shows that Harry Potter ripped off Doctor Who, and therefore another reason to say fuck J.K. Rowling.
That's true.
So add it in there. You could say that the Doctor was never, unfortunately, a 90s American superstar.
Great. What a good segue.
So this is Wallace of 90s American superstar.
From Atlantic, you're out of date and you're out of style, but you clean up nice, you beautiful man child. Say you'll change, I don't know. You still watch 90210. Break my heart. Shouldn't be that hard. You're just like a growing pain, and when you grow up, you go.
Phenomenal stuff. Wallace, we hope that has helped give you a guide to Doctor Who.
Yes, it's the best we could do.
Really, really was. Truly the best we could do. Jake, we got any other tweets for
Well,
us?
I've got a bit of a saga for you.
You got a saga?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, what's happening?
So, Bedford Esquires. Shout out. Great venue.
Shout out independent venues.
Yes. They've
yes.
put big week for gigs, and then they've tagged Alfie Templeman, Do Nothing, Feet, and Opus Kink.
Great.
Do Nothing have replied, Feet, you better leave that dressing room spotless. Bedford Esquires have replied, don't draw penises on the walls. Alfie Templeman has replied, guilty. And Do Nothing have replied, God damn it, Alfie. No word from Feet yet. And then,
their silence there is
then the night
deafening.
that Do Nothing play Bedford Esquires, they've taken a picture of the wall where Feet have just written Feet in huge spray painted letters.
Strong. I guess that's a good move, isn't it, really?
Yep.
Right.
And Do Nothing have drawn penises over it and written Do Nothing in all of the white bits on the word feet and put that'll fucking teach you. A little bit of band beef.
Yeah, also just Feet's silence has been a real sign here.
Yeah.
Like,
just not getting involved. Watching it, looking at it unfold, not saying anything, and then just writing their name in huge letters.
but then being done in by Do Nothing then the next time. Right underneath Foreign Beggars, which is a real throwback to 2011's I feel drum and bass, I think. Probably.
Yeah, that's probably why Bedford Esquires don't want people writing on the walls, because you end up with stuff like that.
Someone I see has also put just above the graffiti, my band played here and didn't draw a cock. But then there's a penis there again.
Fuck.
Yeah. Is this a thing?
Tim Vigon licks balls for loose change is also written there.
Oh, wow. Graffiti, innit?
The cock blasters.
Yeah, a lot of stuff about that, isn't it? Like,
a lot of stuff about wang dang doodles.
yeah, it's a lot of a move.
Also looks like Do Nothing's rider was 24 bottles of water and a big bag of Doritos Cool Original.
Oh, was that it?
Well, it looks like it from what I can see.
Yeah. Cool Original. Great shout, to be honest with you.
No one knows what the flavour is. It's just cool and original.
Ooh. Yeah. How can you describe a flavour as cool?
And original. What do you mean?
Like cool.
Original surely is just salted.
That's what I would say. But apparently
Doritos
not so.
don't do salted, do they?
Unless you go to Europe. They do it in Europe, lightly salted.
We're actually in Europe, Jamie.
Yeah, but
you mean
the mainland? The mainland, yes. We're not getting into all that. There was a whole.
I just mean geographically, we are a part of Europe.
We are technically.
We are Europeans.
Yeah, but if you go over there, there's lightly salted that I can see that's knocking about.
Lightly salted Doritos.
Didn't Doritos? Obviously, Doritos.
Lightly salted Doritos. Couple of languages for you there.
I'm just looking at some of these Doritos flavors, and it looks like we've got. Some of these are absolute fucking bonkers. Intense pickle.
Did you know that prawn cocktail was the first widely available crisp in the UK where the flavour wasn't based on something you would have with potatoes?
Did not know that.
There you go.
But how did they get to it? Like,
I don't know, but there you go.
Good on them.
Good on them.
Guacamole flavour?
In France, ketchup flavoured is really big.
Really?
Yeah.
But what else do they do, though? Is they do like what is it? When I went to Spain, they did
bullfighting.
Yes.
Flavour.
They did that, yeah. No, it was like the jambon flavour, of course.
Ham, yeah, the old
ham
Serrano.
Flavour. Yeah, I just thought that was an interesting move, to be honest with you. But I appreciate it. Have you ever had the roulette Doritos?
No.
Where it's like it's a spicy roulette kind of thing. Oh my! Sorry, I've just seen something that's alarmed me. Strawberries and cream flavour.
Don't like that.
Strawberries and cream.
This is Comedy Gold by Do Nothing.
This tired old thing is coming into land. And how does it feel every nice day? And all
Strawberries and cream.
Strawberries and lemons and the bells of St. Clemens.
When will you pay me? Say the bells of Old Bailey.
That'll be it. That'll
Great.
be it. We're gonna go off into the distance now and have a hard seltzer to celebrate
We are.
our birthday together.
Have you got any predictions for the next fortnight, Jamie?
I reckon, like, man, I reckon, I don't know, I reckon tigers will become a normality in the UK. I think they actually could do everyone a favour just knocking about, like security. Do you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't do anything if a tiger was there. Like if
That's
a tiger
true.
was knocking around, you're like, I ain't gonna, take
Not
the
fucking
piss.
around. Yeah.
Exactly. No, you're not doing that. So I reckon like tigers will knock about and that'll be an accepted norm. And I also think the world will get to grips with the fact that we are always in a cycle of clapping, which is a fact, by the way.
Let's not get into the. I appreciate to anyone listening. That sounds like it could be an interesting diversion.
It's a really interesting one.
I had the conversation with Jamie, and it's not. It doesn't go anywhere at all.
Think about it.
It doesn't.
Think
My
about
prediction for the next week is that I will go to Barcelona.
it. You are actually, aren't you? Looking forward to it?
Yeah,
Like,
I am. Yeah, so I won't be around for the show.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what we're going to do there. I might do a little dispatch from Barcelona if you manage to get someone else to do the show, or you could just spend an hour and a half talking about how we're always clapping.
Right. Come to my TED talk. That'll be the next episode. But yeah, no. Let us know how it goes. We want to hear what's happening. You are going for Primavera, by the way.
Yes.
So that is the reason. There's a reason why he's going.
I
That'd
believe
be nice.
it's pronounced Primavera.
Primavera.
Yes.
How are you in the sun?
Bad.
That's going to be good then.
Yeah. Me and the rest of Britain will be burning in Primavera.
Superb. I can't wait to hear more about it. I'm not going to Primavera. So
Because you're even worse in the sun than I am.
yeah, genuinely. I mean, as I said,
Yeah.
I'm burnt from yesterday,
Yeah.
and that was South
And it was
London.
cloudy most of the day.
That's South London, so we're in real trouble. I did wear shorts as well. That's the problem. I got
That's
burnt
true.
on my calves as well.
Really?
So,
God.
yeah.
Weird.
So again, this is why I don't wear shorts that often.
That's fair. Well,
'Cause-
anyway, that's all we got time for this
Yeah.
fortnight. So thanks for listening. And remember, guys, slip on a hat and slap on some sunscreen.